Voltron will be back after these messages. And now, back to Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Welcome, Voltron fans. This is Mark Morell, your host for Let's Voltron, the official Voltron podcast. We're here after an exciting weekend at VoltCon 2021, and we want to talk about it with the organizers, but I have to have my co-host on, Greg Tyler. Welcome, Greg.
Hello, Mark Morell. I'm glad you had to have me on because I had to be here to talk about VoltCon 2021. It was a great time and run by some really great people. And we've got the three VoltConeteers on to chat about it with us, don't we?
Yes, Tri Amigos. So without further ado, let's bring them back on the program.
All right.
We have Kevin Clark. Welcome, Kevin.
Hey guys, good to be here.
Hey, good to see you.
Welcome back, Kevin.
Thank you.
And then also we have Patrick and Savannah O'Connor.
Hey guys,
Hey,
good to
welcome
see you.
back. Great to see you all. It feels like it's only been what, a week, two?
About that, week and a half.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So how did it feel for you guys coming back from VoltCon 2021? This is your third year in a row.
Yeah, it was exhausting, but wonderful. I absolutely was beaming by the end of it.
Cool. How about you,
Yeah.
Kevin?
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of work. We were really tired, but you get that when people start showing up, you get that adrenaline, and it's really exciting. So it was just cool to be back with everybody again and have a good time and have some fun. So I think we put on a good show. I think everybody was pretty happy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was fun. And Savannah, what about you?
I mean, I'm tired. I was tired also because there was just this flurry of activity to just get everything ready, and then it's just kind of like swimming out and then getting to ride the wave back in.
Right.
Like that's the fun part.
There was so much preparation, and then it's just over before you know it, almost. You know what I mean?
But it's a fun ride.
Right. We've talked about exercising in the runner's high, which I've never experienced in my life, but I did feel that way at the end of VoltCon.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps in those 3 days.
Yeah.
It's a lot of steps. So yeah.
What was your pedometer?
So with all the planning that you guys do, when does the con feel real? At what point, or is there a point? Or is it sort of just transition into feeling like it's really happening? At what point does it dawn on you, hey, this is real?
It was once the stage was set up.
For me, it was when I showed up and started setting up all the sound equipment and the stage stuff. Yeah.
When I walked in
Okay.
and the stage was finished.
Yeah.
Like once that was all set up and all the tables were ready for the dinner and there it was.
We're like, okay, this is really actually happening now.
Yeah. For me, it was the night before when I started getting everything moved into a pile in my living room to get ready to pack my car to leave the next day. I was like, oh God, there's no turning back now.
I didn't have any nightmares this time about having to host it at my house, though. So
That's a
Progress.
plus.
Yeah. I
was
slept
last
good
year.
this year too.
that was the first year,
Oh,
actually.
that was the first year.
Yeah.
So how do you think the changes went for the Friday night activities for the VIPs?
Well, we loved it, and I think everyone seemed to have a great time. I do wish we'd gotten the word out more clearly about it sooner, because I feel like some people were surprised by it a few weeks before the convention, which we had always intended to make it more clear, and I guess there was a communication thing happening there. So if we do it again next time, we'll make sure to
People really
to
liked
lay that out more
I
clearly.
think
Yeah.
people liked the VIP reception. It was sort of a pretty dinner, and it was a nice way to welcome everybody. And
Yeah.
I thought it
And
was
kind of a
neat.
nice low stress way to welcome everybody for the organizers too. We could just kind of hang out with people. It kept that sort of family feel that we really like having.
Louison and I, what was it? The second year we did the dessert party, and Louison and I baked for 4 days straight. So that was not required.
So it was nice to just show up and there was food.
There was just food.
Did you want to give a shout out to the caterer?
It was the hotel itself.
Yeah.
The internal.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mariahs,
The
yes.
Mariahs did a good job.
They did.
Yeah.
They
I thought they did a very good job. Yes, I was very pleased with the food.
that cake,
Oh my gosh, the chocolate
the
cake.
chocolate cake.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So we had a Friday night with the VIPs, the guests and the organizers and the VIPs all in that banquet room. And then, of course, Saturday morning, it all started. What was it like for you guys on that Saturday morning?
Butterflies, flurry of activity. We were happy to have you guys there to help us kick it off. Once Kevin and I got up there to do the opening ceremonies, though, it really, really kicked in and felt real, and we were very excited to be there.
Great.
Yeah, after that, it was kind of like felt like smooth sailing, but it's just nerve wracking when you walk in Saturday morning and there's so much to set up, and there's the silent auction items, and you want everything in the perfect place. So it looks gorgeous when people come in. And then there's always people that come in early, and you've got to help them and get them to the vendor room or get their badges. And
A lot of logistics.
Yeah, Saturday morning is crazy, but yes, by opening ceremonies, you just kind of sit back and you're like, okay, we're good to go now. and it's fun. After that, it's just a lot of fun. It felt a lot of fun.
So I have to say that stage that you set up for the Castle of Lions for the main room.
Yeah.
That was incredible. We were
We
excited
were really,
to see
really
that
excited about
actual
that. Yeah.
castle set up.
Yeah, that was great. And the Lions all set up there. I wasn't there in 2020, so I don't know what the change was from the previous year, but all I can tell you is I absolutely love what I saw this
I
year.
went from nothing to everything.
Yeah.
There was nothing last year.
There was really no stage set up the previous 2 years, but we thought we wanted to change that.
It was my idea. I drew it on a random piece of paper, and
Nice.
but Andy really took my drawing on a random piece of paper and said, "I have a space where we can actually build this, and I've got some leftover wood, and let's do the thing."
But you painted it and made it look incredible.
I had fun doing that. That was
You did a great job.
Yeah, so Andy
And if
Allen
I-
had those built, he helped to build those, and then Savannah came in and did all the painting.
So it was fun times.
It
So-
it
And if I'm
definitely
correct in saying
Basic
it's
craft work in college was finally useful.
it's buildable too, right, guys? I mean, do we have plans to?
Yeah, I mean, the
add
original
to it,
drawing
so
has more pieces. So
It'll
there's
probably change
more-
next year and be a little bit.
Maybe we'll add 2 more next year.
Yeah,
two
we've
more towers.
talked about
Yeah.
adding to it. So
Maybe we can
Right.
get them to raise the ceiling about 100 feet, and then we can build the big top piece of the castle.
oh shush.
Yeah, or maybe you can build a moat around the castle, and then if
There you
anyone
go.
misbehaves, throw them in.
For
There you
security.
go.
Oh yeah, or we could you just have like row beasts or something in the moat.
That's right.
As-
All the
as
people who
long-
want those 12-inch Robies figures, you have to dive in and find them.
Thankfully, we haven't had anybody misbehave really. Everybody's been super nice and super
Yeah.
fun. And
Next year, when you have Blue Lion coming out of the water into the castle area, that'll be awesome.
Just wait for it. The pyrotechnics and
we're gonna get the
whole-
gunners set up on the towers,
Yeah. But yeah, my experience of the that part of the con where the boys, go off to do the things on the stage, it's Liz and I up front at the registration desk for the whole day, and that's really nice because we get to meet everybody as they come in and sort of have the reunions and see everybody first, and that was exciting and fun. Just
That's a cool thing.
So what was the feedback that you were getting from people about this year compared to last year?
We've encountered a lot of obstacles, of course, with the whole pandemic concerns. But I feel like it's getting better slowly. But we did have some feedback. Kevin probably has the feedback forms, but one comment I heard was that they thought we had the best guests this year that we've had.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow. Cool.
okay.
So that was one thing that I heard.
people were really warm and really positive, especially the younger folks are just always so excited and giddy about
Mm.
you're doing it next year, right? And I'm bringing more friends, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna wear these outfits, and they're just so excited. It's just makes my heart all squishy.
There's just so much enthusiasm there. It's infectious.
I had one guest say that he had never been to a convention our size. He'd been to hundreds of conventions and never one as small as ours, but
Yeah.
he loved it. He loved how everybody seemed to know each other, and they were so nice to each other, and and there was so much love, and I thought that was very cool. I also had a vendor tell me that he had never been treated so nicely going to a convention and being a vendor, and I just thought that was shocking, but I was like, well,
Oh no, I've vended it.
why wouldn't
You feel like cattle normally?
Yeah.
I
So,
guess,
you
yeah, I
try
guess,
not
but I
to-
was like,
not to be horrible to the vendors.
yeah, I was like, why wouldn't we treat you nice? You know, you're a guest. So it was cool stuff like that we heard all weekend. It was really nice.
Well, good.
Yeah, I think I got nothing but positive vibes all weekend long from everybody. And everybody was so nice, like you said.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was just fun to see everyone again and to meet new people too. It was a great experience all around.
Yeah, even surprisingly so. I mean, we've performed at so many conventions and vended at so many conventions, and we've rarely come across one that has this sort of familial feel to it. We really love it.
So some of the guests that you were talking about, like Benjamin and Flint, did they give you any feedback about how the weekend went?
I did talk over email with Flint, and he was thrilled about it. He specifically said, "What a great gang of people, and what a great event you have," and very complimentary about it.
He was so cool.
Yeah, I really didn't know. He wasn't really a known quantity going into it. We didn't know what to expect, but he was just super nice and
Just a
super cool.
delight.
I mean, we
He
kind
was.
of bonded at the banquet, and then I got to pretty much be on stage with him every time he went up there, and it was just a blast. It was like a childhood dream come true, honestly. So
Yeah,
that was
I
great.
think I sort of got the impression that he felt a little bit like a fish out of water in the sense that he was a non-Voltron guy at a Voltron themed convention. But I think everyone really enjoyed his presence, his presentations. He was a real draw there. So I think he was very comfortable there.
He was a part of everybody's childhood. I mean, hello. I mean, whether you're a Voltron fan or not, you know the work he did.
There's not a Voltron fan that hasn't seen Transformers.
That's true.
I mean, he had so much enthusiasm. He did probably twice as much as we thought he was going to do. Like, we weren't even sure if we could get him to do like the short introduction to the movie that we showed on Saturday night, the Transformers movie from 1986. And not only did he want to do the introduction, he just wanted to do a running commentary throughout the entire movie. And I got to sit up there with him while we did it, which was fantastic.
I think a lot of people like that too. I got a lot of compliments about that too. They thought that was very cool.
That was
And
like watching the DVD commentary.
Unfold in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And Benjamin was amazing.
Benjamin
Mr.
Kaltenecker,
Kaltenecker
yes.
was amazing.
He was. Yeah, he sat in on our Sunday panel about vehicle team Voltron, and he shared some really interesting insights into how they might do that show like that today with a large cast of characters and a large number of mechs and all that stuff, and bringing his contemporary production insight to it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's hope they
I'm
do
there
it.
for it.
Let's hope they do it. Yeah.
If it exists, I will be there.
Yeah.
Show some of this.
So
Yeah, Benjamin also brought us lots of one-of-a-kind goodies, some of which we're not sure what we're going to do with yet, and some of which will be hopefully in next year's auction. But we do have.
But I also just want to set up a gallery of them.
Oh,
for
yeah,
people
absolutely.
to just
So
be
we
able
have
to
some
look
one-of-a-kind drawings from
These are
the first couple episodes of
Yes.
Legendary Defender.
yeah,
The
that
actual
is
storyboards
amazing.
that they used to animate to.
that is
Really amazing stuff.
those are actual cells.
That's incredible.
He was showing us some of the ways that they did the actual process too.
Yeah.
And a lot of that he was doing at his booth in the vendor room.
Right.
I mean, that's one fun thing about a convention that is this of this size. You can
Yeah,
just
you can
walk up to somebody and talk their ear off,
Yeah.
Isn't that
and
great?
there was always just, I love the little circle of, you
Yeah.
just always had like a crescent of people.
He drew a lot of attention on Sunday.
Yeah, he just got,
did.
people just loved hearing him talk about. I wish I had got to see more of him talk, because this stuff
Yeah.
is amazing.
That's one of the great things about being a participant at VoltCon is you get to see the panels, and then there might be some different information that you get by talking to those same people at their tables.
Yep.
Yeah, getting to interact sort of one-on-one. They're very personable.
Yeah.
Didn't he also give you some bags with Alora and Karan on them?
Oh yeah, I've
It's
got
right here.
one of those right here. Actually, I was going to show.
And the
So we've
sweatshirts
got-
too.
I don't know if you can see that. There's
Oh, that
Karan
is awesome.
on one
Yes.
side, and then we have Allura on the other side.
And then,
Super cute.
so this is also, they had these left over, I guess from a wrap party or something.
It was
This-
the actual
these are
crew
the actual
hoodies.
crew
Yeah.
hoodies. It says
From the show.
It's Voltron and all of the different languages, the Voltron logo.
That is
And-
so cool.
So
And so this is really clever, and it took me a minute to figure this out. So it says
Me too.
legendary crew on the front. So of course it makes sense that a Voltron hoodie, it's transformable. The hoodie actually, I won't fold it all up, but the hoodie actually folds into this little bag in the back, and it
mhm,
becomes like a little backpack. So you can
Hmm.
you can wear it on your back, and
Right.
it's like a purse then.
It's almost like a
So
popple.
it- Yeah,
Exactly.
So it's a transformable hoodie. It's just
Yes.
terribly appropriate. When
he
I
So-
figured that out, my head exploded. It's like
he
my
was
first
telling the
impression.
story of when they gave them to the staff, and there were some staff people, because they had some that were in the bag form and some that were in the hoodie form, and some of the staff said, "Oh, but I wish I could have gotten a bag." And then he
You
said, "Oh, really? Well, here you go." That was
That's
funny.
clever.
And
So-
those are
Serve on
all,
Brianna floor polish.
Right?
and those were all the languages that Voltron was on Netflix.
I know.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Wow.
That Voltron was done in that many languages, which means that there's full casts in those different languages. Now, we had done the Voltron voice actors panel, but there was
Yeah.
no way we were going to cover all
Every
those
language.
extra voice
Hmm.
actors from all the different languages.
I wonder if the casts
This
for
was
the
really
other languages. Whoa, that's
There-
amazing.
There's a shot from the original Blue Lion in the first episode. Bunch of these, but man, it is just such amazing stuff.
I was just wondering if the casts in the other languages were as large as they were in English, or if they had smaller casts where they had people doing double and triple and quadruple duty on voices, more like the original show. I wonder.
You can. I bet you can flip through the credits on Netflix
Yeah.
and see.
Sure.
Fair point. Good idea.
Yeah, at the end, they usually go through all the different,
You have to
Different
pause it
languages.
because they go through it so fast. You're
Right.
right.
Yep.
But man, that's a lot of work to put all that together. That is an amazing amount of work.
No doubt.
Mhm.
Going back to, okay, Saturday, we were still on Saturday. So, of course, Greg and I had done the Voltron voice actors panel, and then you guys had the opening ceremonies.
Mhm.
And then we came back to Benjamin Kaltenecker and did an interview with him, and then he had a Q&A at the end.
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
what,
Very informative stuff.
because we went back to our table after that. What was happening in that afternoon?
Oh, okay, so then we had Flint doing his Writing for Cartoon Legends panel, which basically, as he walked up there, he said, "Why don't you come with me?" And I said, "Well, I haven't prepared anything for an interview." And he's like, "Well, come up if you want to." And so I went up and interviewed him just on the fly.
Oh, wow.
So much fun.
That's cool.
He's got so much info to share. He could have probably done 25 more panels and there would have never been a dull moment. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he probably would have gone on forever too if there hadn't been the next people standing there waiting for him. But no, that was fantastic.
Yeah, he was great.
But he went through, about getting into the field of writing for animation and his comic book background, all kinds of stuff involving that, and then of course getting into GI Joe and then Transformers, and then we picked it up in the evening at the movie from Transformers. Hi,
Sorry,
puppy.
we haven't.
Right. So you also had a Shakeups concert in the afternoon.
Yes, the
Mhm.
Shakeups concert was immediately following that. We normally do the concert in the evening, but we had to move some scheduling stuff around, so we ended up doing it in the afternoon instead. But I thought it went pretty well.
I
Yeah,
liked playing in the app.
Mm-hmm.
it was fun to do the VoltCon theme song live again on stage,
Yes,
especially with this big stage set. That was really great.
you had quite an introduction to the band this time too. I recorded
Try to
that
keep
all.
it fun.
That was fun.
And we did debut a couple of new things. We played the Sailor Moon theme, which we had never done before. And we also had a new Voltron Legendary Defender theme song called Clear Day that we debuted. So
Nice.
Fun. I wore my Princess Allura long dress, and I don't know if anybody noticed, but I did in
I
fact
noticed.
trip over my cape
That's
Oh,
why you
no.
don't wear capes.
on my way up onto the stage.
No capes.
No capes.
Oh no.
Oh, I guess
Now that I remembered, that's why I don't wear the long dress.
if we're talking about that, this year I was Keith instead of Shiro.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
and he was Karan the rest of the time.
Karan on Sunday.
yeah. So Kevin, you wore your typical pilot outfit, right?
Uh-huh.
So are you ever planning on doing any cosplays?
No.
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 But
It would-
however, Kevin did MC the cosplay
He
contest this year,
did.
and he was fantastic at it, I might add.
He was splendid.
Yeah.
Actually, that was an accident, and
That was one of those things where you had to make an adjustment,
there was
right?
shuffling, and there was a car issue, and then there was a dog that was going to explode if he didn't get taken out, and I ran and didn't make it back in time. These are
I had no
rough-
idea what I was doing. I was
You did great. You did
quite
amazing.
terrified,
like,
but I was
walked in
like-
there and you were doing it, and I'm like, oh, thank God, he's doing great.
all I
I'm
know. I just know how to be goofy, so I was just goofy.
Oh,
to
it was
everybody,
perfect.
so.
There were a few pictures we got of you on the
Yeah.
mic, and
Yeah,
you
I
look
s-
more animated than I'd ever seen you, I think.
Yeah.
I have to say that the competition was tough this year for the cosplay
Oh my
contest.
God,
Yes.
they were
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah. I was blown away by many of the costumes, but the one that stood out above many of the others, as great as they all were, was the person who was dressed up as the It's Earth guy, complete
Yes.
with the
Yes.
Kaltenecker on the hoverboard.
Yep, that was so creative, and I was aware of
Yes.
that one ahead of time, and I was just waiting to see it.
was
There was a
really
lot
good.
of build up on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
that one was just perfect.
And it was so exciting to see Pidge from Voltron Force in the 10th anniversary year.
Yes,
That was great too. Yeah.
that was a fantastic cosplay.
Mhm.
And speaking of the judges, of course, we had Eric Stalker and Marika, Mama Voltron, doing their joint cosplay panel leading up to the
Yeah.
cosplay contest.
That was so much fun. My goodness. And they were so enthusiastic and so open and willing to chat about ideas with people. It was really great.
There were just a lot of amazing cosplays this year. And I
Yes.
was
Oh, yeah.
real surprised.
Yeah, so many. And Andy got really good pictures of them too. So as
Oh,
soon
great.
as he gets those photos edited and put together, we'll be putting those up.
Right. We
For
we
people
also
to
do have
see.
about 200 photos up on social media right now. Just
Wow.
from photos I took and photos other staff members took, and just certain fans, we just kind of cobbled them all together into an album.
Please,
So
if there was something that you were a part of that you didn't get a photo of,
there's a
please
there's a
come
good
to the
right. There's a good chance it's in there.
It's in there, and you tag yourself, snag them, whatever you want. They're on the, I mean, they're on the Facebook, of course, but Are some of them on the?
Probably Instagram.
They're on. Yeah, they're on Instagram. They're on the Book of Face.
We're going to be adding our photos that Kim took from the whole weekend as part of these videos for these podcasts that we're doing for the VoltCon review podcasts.
That's great. I took almost no photos at all. I was just so busy just chatting with people and running around and having a great time. I didn't even think to snap any pictures. So
because other people did, and we've got them, and we'll put together another little album this year. It'll be fun.
And that's part of why I wanted to do the Korean cosplay on Sundays, because it gave me the possibility to go around and just joke around with people and just get a few quick photos, because I didn't get that many on Saturday because I was so busy. Fortunately, a lot of people did, so that was fun.
cool.
So I also wanted to share some of the things that the VIP people got, right? Did VIP people get these little tech decks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were
Okay.
donated by the Voltron store.
Yes. Thank you, Voltron store.
Yeah.
And I have about 1,000 more if you would like any more.
Greg's showing one of the Kaltenecker cows that actually has VoltCon on it.
Yep.
And Benjamin Kaltenecker was kind enough to sign many of these with this little insignia. I did not get one myself, but
You were my contributions to to the convention this year, but the two things I'm most proud of were suggesting those cow stress balls. And
Yeah,
the
those
stick.
were awesome.
Yeah.
That's
thank
all I
you.
did.
That's awesome. So what were some of the other things that were in those bags?
We have the light up pens with the VoltCon logo,
Those were
Oh,
cool.
right.
and they were in five different colors. So I don't know what color did you guys get?
Here's some I got right here.
Yay! They look like
Nice.
They're pretty cool. Yeah.
This was part of the am I jumping ahead to, was this Saturday or Sunday? It's like
That was
it's
Sunday.
Like, okay. Yes. Yeah, well, I guess we'll get to that, but I just had this random pile of VoltCon things back here. Like, ooh, what's in this bag? Ah, yes. Nice.
Always got to put some stickers in the VIP bags.
Stickers, and there's a poster.
Poster, right?
I
I don't have a VIP bag handy to show what was in it. Do you have one there, Kevin, or anything with the contents in it?
I don't, but Mark is nailing it.
Okay.
He must have everything.
Go Mark. Go Mark.
Birthday.
Stickers. Some of those stickers I printed off myself. I had a lot of fun just figuring out what kind of stickers to do. Yep, and there's the autograph poster designed by Tom, our designer, Tom Soltis.
Nice.
All
No
kinds
end to
of
the
good
greatness.
stuff.
Yep. Plenty of goodies.
And there was candy in there too.
There he is. Yes,
Gotta have candy.
it was Halloween this time almost.
So that's one thing to look forward to if you become a VIP at VoltCon.
That's right.
Gotta have the goodies.
So I have a question based on how things went this year. What types of changes might you be instituting for next year?
Or is it
haven't,
too soon?
Yeah,
We haven't had a meeting yet.
we haven't even had a
Yeah.
meeting, so it's hard to
We-
say.
We haven't even unpacked the boxes yet.
We'll probably take the holidays off, probably January too, and then start back in February. But I mean, I have a couple things that are in my head that but nothing major.
Yeah, we have themes in mind for what we want to do next year, but as far
Yeah,
as
because it's another anniversary year next year, right?
Oh my gosh.
They just
Rugger.
keep coming.
Oh.
And he never
Mhm.
gets enough love, so I would really
Right.
love to do him a big. We got to do something big next year for Vehicle Voltron. Just got to
Mhm.
really smash it. So Greg,
Oh, I got it. So when guests come out on stage, we can have we can have as the head on the stage, and you open the two panels, and that's where people come out from.
That would be
Maybe not.
so cool.
I was thinking we could do it like a stage where they're like going from on these chairs that like slide down these things that go nowhere, and then they plummet, 50 feet down, and then they're transported to this other area, and then eventually they slide up onto the stage.
Yeah, I think there must be an amusement park built into that ship with all the crazy chair antics that
I
go on,
That's cool. That'd be really cool.
Anyway.
Do you think next year the Shakeups concert would be at night again, or do you think there's a possibility of a daytime one again?
It's too early to say for sure, but I think we'll probably plan on doing it in the evening.
Okay. All right, so that's a possibility.
It just opens up more panel time.
Yep.
Yeah, we had so much we wanted to do panel wise this year, and it was hard to accommodate everything. We wanted to have Benjamin up more often this year, and we just couldn't find as much space for him as we wanted. So that's what we ended up just having him at his table, and that actually worked just fine. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I had no idea he was going to bring so much stuff from the office.
No.
We were pleasantly. He told us he had some mementos he was planning to donate or and bring, but he wasn't real specific as to what it was going to be. So we were just kind of waiting, and just kind of like kids on Christmas morning, waiting to see what was going to be there.
He had a really adorable little boy that I had a lot of fun with.
Right.
Yeah, I remember he darted out of the vendor's room a few times, and we had to go after him.
He just thought the world of him. He did not like to be split up from him.
He wasn't happy during his first panel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It just broke your heart.
And to hear him on your podcast you guys posted, I was like,
Yeah.
you hear the kids screaming in the hallway. I was like,
Yeah.
I told him that like he could just go up on stage. It's fine. But
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
could have.
could have. It's fine.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the head honcho himself, Bob Koppler,
Yes.
who was there to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Voltron Force, and also to do some tribute stuff talking about his father,
Right.
kind of thing. So it was great to have him there again this year.
Somber
And we
occasion.
can't forget Eric Stalker's gift
Tribute
to Bob
yes.
Koppler.
Tribute that
Yeah.
he built and that everybody signed.
Yeah, and then the sword display as well. That was
Mhm.
Yeah.
wow. I don't know where he has the space to do what he does,
I know.
or the time to do what he does, but the results are just stupendous.
when you
Mind
got
blowing
that kind of
stuff.
passion
Every
about
year he
something,
ups
you
the
make it
ante,
happen. Yeah,
That's true.
he's
So,
awesome.
tip of the hat to Eric.
Absolutely.
Craftsman and a warm-hearted person. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
he spearheaded the entire tribute. And
Yeah.
it was really beautiful.
And the funny thing was, back in the 2019, and the original VoltCon, he was out there in that really awesome costume that he had, the Voltron costume that you could remove the limbs and turn them into the little lions, and then he could then bend down, basically become the Black Lion. He and I never had a chance to talk at all in 2019, but we started emailing and messaging after that, and got to know each other pretty well. And it was wonderful to actually meet him in person. He was an even more gracious and kind person in the flesh than I had gathered from our chats. It was really great. So, yeah.
Very cool. He's very cool.
And at the end of Bob Koppler's panel, the Voltron store had given away all those shirts, right?
Oh, right.
So everybody that was attending that panel after they left, they got one of those shirts.
Oh, from last year, the VoltCon 2020 shirts.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed that. Cool.
that was nice.
Yeah, we were running around doing all kinds of stuff, trying to keep caught up at that point, so we missed a lot of that.
But I
I
mean,
saw them there, so I assumed that's what they were for.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that part myself either. I know I was there for his panel, but
Well,
it
that's
disappeared.
that's because we had left that pretty late, and we didn't get to take part in that, but that's okay.
That's all right.
No big
Still
deal.
got plenty of VoltCon shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
On shirts.
like it.
And then Marika had also had a panel that she was giving, and it was about all the different types of mecha robots.
Yes, I like big bots and I cannot lie,
Right,
which was
right.
the best title of any
And-
panel ever.
And the cool part was that you guys celebrated her birthday with a cake.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which she almost didn't get any of.
Right. It was almost gone
It was
before she could get
almost
there.
gone. She like stayed and talked with people for so long that by the time she was leaving, the cake had been cut up and almost all eaten. Somebody ran down the hallway and rescued like the final piece of cake.
Yeah,
for
I
her.
seriously think she got the last piece of the cake.
She
Yeah.
got literally
Oh,
the
wow.
last piece
Yeah.
of cake, and
I'm
it was
glad she got some.
it was funny.
But she
I mean,
did
there
get
was
all
plenty
the,
of
all the,
cake, there's just a lot of people.
yeah, but she did get plenty of sentiment and well wishes
Yeah.
on her birthday. What a
Oh,
what a
yeah.
wonderful gesture that was.
Yep.
She deserves it.
We also had Katerina and Leo Lanchin doing our first shipping panel ever,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
we thought it was time to have a nod to the younger fans that wanted that. And
Oh,
it was
Leo-
so much fun.
Leo was the
alien.
was the alien cosplay.
Right.
Club.
Right.
Yes. So
So that was also very fun.
Now, if you would have asked me in 2019 about a shipping panel, right, Patrick?
I think you said a
we
what?
did.
A what?
We did ask
What's
you.
that?
How much
And
have
you
I
were like,
grown?
Heck
Because I was like,
no.
yes, this year we must have a shipping panel. But the first year,
You love those two. They're precious as
oh
pie.
yeah, I've learned a lot about all that kind of stuff. The first year, I didn't even know what it was. The second year, I was like, no, let's not get into that. And this year, I was like, sure, let's do it. Let's do it. So it's cool how much I learned about stuff like that too, and it's cool. People enjoy it, and I had no idea. Never would have thought.
I love to see you were talking about how people have grown and changed and how people get more involved. Like first Eric was just there in a costume, and now Eric is so much a part of everything that we do.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing with Kat and Leo, where now Kat had her first booth, her first art booth that she's ever had, and she was so excited and just
Yeah.
growing and blossoming as a person, and like it's just lovely to see a fandom sort of give people a place to grow
To
and
express themselves,
and,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we never
Make
never
connections.
set out to
It's
do
just
anything
fun.
like that, but hearing stories of that kind of stuff that's come from people getting together at VoltCon every year.
Mhm.
It's so awesome. It's incredible to hear it. It's heartwarming. It's very cool.
Especially during the last couple of years of the pandemic and everything, people having to stay more at home, and
Yeah.
not being able to go out and be out in
Yeah.
public and be their true selves out in public,
Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
here's a place where they're welcome and they're, everybody's, loving being who they want to be, so it's just a wonderful feeling.
Yep. Let the geek flag fly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be who you want to be. We love you. That's very
Yep.
cool. It's very cool.
Yep. When are we going to know about anything going into 2022 about maybe a possible date for next year?
I think February or March you might hear from us again.
I would say
Okay.
before. I would say hopefully before spring we'll have some dates nailed down.
Okay.
It will be October more than likely still, but
Okay.
Yeah, we're always shooting for October.
plan on that. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, just so you know, Kim and I drove out and back, right? But it was a long drive. So we decided we're going to experiment for next year. We're going to leave Thursday night after work
Uh-huh.
and drive for like 5 hours and then stay somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, drive out on Friday and take our time.
So it's more leisurely, you're not
Okay.
Right.
rushing to get there and you're not stressed out about it.
Exactly.
Oh, Eric lives in Ohio. So
So do I.
there and then caravan.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's true.
Right.
I mean, we can.
Can you imagine five
Yeah.
cars coming in
Yeah,
all
right.
at the same
Exactly.
time.
And then Marika's over there somewhere, and then you could like all get a car in each color. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you have all the colors.
Yeah.
Arm, feet, and legs. Yeah, yeah. Love it.
And so on the way back then, what we were thinking is instead of staying Sunday night, leave Sunday evening after it's over and then drive for like 5 hours and then stay somewhere and then have a nice leisurely Monday going home.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Yep.
We've
Yeah, the
been on a lot
traffic-
of band trips, and it seems to be a lot less stressful to do it that way than to try to bust your butt to get somewhere, and drive 11 hours or
He
something.
says that, but we do drive the 11
we
hours.
do
I'm
sometimes,
like,
but we try not to when we can avoid it.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I feel kind of bad because I had a 4-minute drive home.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should.
How's the traffic?
that's rough.
But it's so cool. Like when I hear the people that, got up and drove from New York, 2 people got up, and came from New York. One left at 1 a.m., the other left at 4 a.m.
Mhm.
Drove
That's some
here,
dedication.
and you, Mark, and
Washington State and a couple from
all
Canada.
over the place. When you see that map with the pins in it, and you're like, it's so awesome that these people want to come here to this little convention. So
Yeah.
it feels really great that people want
People
to do
flying
that,
in
so.
from California.
Oh
Shannon,
yeah, we had I don't
Danny.
know how many people
Oh yeah.
flew in from California. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's incredible. So we got to keep putting on a good show and making sure they have a good time. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's all
and
about.
that kind of thing just makes it, we just got to give 110% to make it the best show we can make it.
Yeah.
To give it that familiar feeling that people like, and the sort of familial feeling, but also have something new each year to
Mhm.
keep
Yeah.
them interested and keep them coming back and give them
Yeah.
new information, not just repeat the same show over and over. So I think getting
Right.
that balance is important, and we're
And-
excited.
And
do
what
that.
was so cool is that some people had trouble with their flights on the way home.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh,
You
yes.
heard about
Poor
that with
Shannon,
Danny
yeah,
and
poor
Shannon and
Shannon.
everything, and Shannon had to stay overnight and Danny had to stay overnight and everything. And then they took about flights the next day. American Airlines is, you've heard it in the news, they're having many problems,
Oh yeah.
many cancellations,
Mhm.
and these types of things are going to continue. But at the end of it all, Shannon still said, I was so glad I came out to VoltCon. It was so worth it.
That's so great to
Awesome.
hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poor thing. I think she got home like Tuesday night, didn't she?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Tuesday night. I mean, I felt so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so glad she was there too, because I thought she added a lot to your to the panels she was part of.
Yes, absolutely. She brought a great perspective to the voice actors panel, to Sunday's panel about vehicle team Voltron and all that, and I think she would be a tremendous contributor to a Voltron: The Third Dimension panel, maybe in 2022. Just a
Hint,
thought.
hint, clue.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yes.
Is that an anniversary year?
We have,
Is it?
I don't know.
That's 2023 would be the 25th anniversary of that. But
Yeah.
Okay.
but
I'll write it down.
it doesn't, we
Thinking ahead.
can't talk about it.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a true third dimension panel yet, right?
No,
nope, not yet.
maybe we can have Tiffany join in on that one too.
That's true. She was at WEP at that time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really neat. Yeah,
I should probably watch those episodes then.
that would be cool. Yes, and we need to wear like 3D
Have
glasses,
them
but
on at
somehow.
every meeting.
Every meeting, Kevin,
Every
you're showing
meeting
those
you have
episodes.
those episodes on.
Not third dimension. I don't own any third dimension DVDs. I have no idea. I've
Oh no,
watched-
you're talking about Voltron Force.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about the third dimension.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen third dimension part time on YouTube, some bits and pieces, but I'll watch it.
Just don't judge it too harshly.
Do my best.
That, CGI was sort of in its infancy then.
That's
So,
okay.
Yeah.
whenever you
Okay.
do the first of something, first of its kind,
It's better than
there's
nothing.
bound to be upgrades.
Do you guys remember the first Simpsons?
Yes.
Oh,
On the
well,
Tracy Ullman show,
Ullman?
Yes. On the
Yeah.
Tracy Ullman show.
Yep.
virtually unrecognizable, but still brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I hope people had fun.
Oh yeah.
I hope, I know it's really, especially fun for some of the younger folks. And I mean, a lot of us are older and I remember Star Trek conventions back when they were always, kind of
Smaller
like
events.
this,
Yeah.
where
yeah.
it
More
was
communal.
really more like a big wedding or a giant birthday party kind of feel. And
Yeah.
that's kind of always how it was, like
Yeah.
a family reunion for your found family sort of thing. And somehow we lost that in the commercial con
Yeah.
experience. And I still love going to big conventions, and they're
Yeah.
really fun.
They're really exciting,
They're exciting,
but less
and
personal.
but this
Yeah.
is something else, and it's just something else that you can enjoy. And
Yep.
maybe other people have said, they want to do similar things on the other coasts, and I think it's lovely. Anything that you love, you can make this kind of event happen for. And
Yeah.
it's just nice.
I mean, we definitely have that DIY aesthetic,
but we're glad that people enjoy it. We hope people continue to enjoy it.
And I promise next year to put all the pages in the program.
All
Thank
right.
you, Kevin.
I mean, the
That
Sunday
sounds like a
schedule?
change.
We'll never live that down.
So
That's like Ryan.
What's happening Sunday? It's a
It's
surprise.
like Ryan and the sandwiches, Kevin.
That's right.
Mystery Sunday.
That's gonna be Kevin's
This is the
new thing at the
Ryan and
meetings.
sandwiches.
Oh my God. Now Ryan has ammunition to use against
Now
me.
Ryan has
Fantastic.
against you.
I guess I better watch my step.
Watch your step. It's your turn next.
Well,
Can't make any mistake. Ever.
I thought it was great. I mean, you put that Sunday schedule up on the walls in each of the rooms and everything, and everybody knew what was happening. So
yeah, it worked out fine.
I'm just really
Just-
glad that we sent out everybody's itineraries that was presenting that day,
Oh yeah.
so that they knew well ahead of time what was happening and when it was happening. Because that would have been awkward.
So then
Little
let's see, finishing out Saturday, where did we leave off, and what remained on Saturday?
Well,
The only other things we had Saturday were we showed an episode of Legendary Defender,
Right.
and
Right.
and then we did Transformers the movie with Flint Dilly's commentary.
right, and you had Benjamin Kaltenecker introduce that episode of Voltron Legend.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, the feud, right?
the feud. Yes.
Yep.
The Garful Warful Snick episode.
Garful,
Yes.
Warful, Snake.
Garful Warful Snick.
It does make you wonder how that humor landed with the target demographic for the show. I mean, we certainly got all the references, The Price is Right, Family Feud,
Yeah.
all the game show hosts named Bob. But I wonder how the younger set took that stuff. I mean, obviously it's a popular episode, but I don't know.
Everybody during the viewing, everybody seemed to be having a laugh riot with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
I was actually thrilled. I was thrilled because it's so different from the original series, but a lot of sort of my peers that were there in the audience were just laughing right along too. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
They really loved it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I think
I
maybe
like everybody
the
kind of had something that they could latch onto with that one.
yeah, I wonder if the retro stuff is just it's kind of like when you watch a new Doctor Who episode and they slip in a reference to the original show.
Uh-huh.
And if you get it, it adds to your enjoyment. But if you don't, it's just throwaway dialogue,
Sure.
like technobabble. Maybe
Yeah.
that's how the retro stuff came along, and maybe it's just funny enough on its own that it lands.
It really is. It's
No,
hilarious.
I don't know. I think a lot of times they're quick on the uptake, and
Yeah.
it's fun for them to sort of
Figure it out.
do the history dive. So
Mhm.
like, even though it's retro and they didn't have an original experience for it, like they're used to looking for the Easter eggs, and so then they'll
Right.
figure it out.
But now, of course, the information is out there for anybody that is looking for it. So
Yeah, so like, I don't know. It seems like they're pretty quick.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Yep.
So I was just going to say, Greg, we had our own little Garful, Warful, Snick kind of trivia thing going on. You
Yeah, that was
remember?
fun. That was a lot
We
of
need to
fun.
make the trivia thing bigger.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Tara and Danny really put together some really good questions.
Oh gosh, yes, they did. Some very challenging things.
Right.
I got
And
to tell you too, real quick, like the first year when I did the trivia questions, I had them like printed them up on stickers and put them on little note cards, and I thought I was real cute and clever. This year, both those girls showed up with like iPads, and they had been syncing the questions and sending them back and forth for the past year. And I was like, oh my God, they mean business. It was, and they were editing and still looking over the questions before it even started. I was like, oh my.
They're like, we have one job and we're gonna do it.
And they were incredible. And I was like, I'm just gonna stand over here. And I think they probably had that job going forward for all the VoltCons if they wanted, because
Yeah.
they were incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And know
I'm
this
sorry
stuff.
I missed quite a bit of the trivia, because that was when I was acting as a model for Eric and his panel,
Right.
which
Yeah.
aside from the full length feature length commentary of the Transformers movie with Flynn, that would have to be my other highlight of the weekend for me personally, was the getting to wear the Voltron suit and his Veritech suit and have them sort of be put on a piece at a time. You know, that was so
Yeah.
much fun.
So those were
Very
some
cool.
of your favorite moments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. it was
Did
great.
you have a favorite moment, Kevin?
Oh, and seeing Kevin MC the cosplay contest was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly favorite moment. It didn't start out that way because I was not happy. I was terrified that I had to do it. But I think I did okay with it. It was a lot of fun. So I got myself out of my comfort zone, because I'm happy being behind the scenes. I'm comfortable there. But probably my best moments were on Sunday. Again, I cry. I can't help it.
You cried less this time.
You didn't see me on Sunday when I was talking to like people privately on Sunday, and a
Oh.
lot of people that were telling me different stories and what the convention was, had meant to them, and personal stuff, personal stories, and it was I just tugged at my heart, and I cried a lot, and I was like, I just had to walk away a handful of times, because that's the stuff that's when you realize you've done something good, is when people open up and tell you that kind of stuff, that deeply personal stuff about how this weekend affects their lives.
Yeah.
You know you're doing the right thing. That's what we're supposed to be doing, and all the hard work and the stress and the sleepless nights and all the worry.
We remember why we're doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Know
and
why
so
it's worth
Sunday
doing.
was emotional, not to mention the fact that it's Sunday, so it's almost over. So
Yeah.
you have that kind of, you're almost at the letdown of it being closing time, and people are telling you this great stuff, and it's a lot to take in. So those were my best moments of the weekend.
Cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Savannah?
It all happened so fast.
Yeah, a lot of it was just a blur. I think
The dinner
Yeah.
was lovely.
the dinner was really nice.
I was kind of just running around in circles the rest of the time.
I think we all were, though.
So
Yeah.
I didn't really stand still.
I think the moments we remember the best are the ones where we got to stop for a few minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not that many of them.
I liked watching Kevin MC the cosplay contest. I liked playing the show, of course. I always love playing the show.
Yeah, that was great.
Please don't make me do that every year.
You don't
But
have
you are
to
going to
if you
come
don't
up and
want
sing
to.
the VoltCon theme with us next year, though, right?
Oh, well, yeah. The world deserves that. I should do that.
Celine deserves that.
Yes, she does.
So I have to say it's really cool reconnecting with all old Voltron fans and friends. I hadn't seen some of these people in a long time, like even Greg. I haven't seen Greg in a long time before this.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen Shannon. I hadn't seen Danny and Tara and Mark, and I hadn't seen even Benjamin in quite a long time. And that was great to see him again. There's just so many people out there, you know, Eric and Marika and all you guys, you know.
Mhm.
I it's a year between the time we get to see each other now, you know, but at least
Yeah.
we can look forward to it only being a year, which is nice.
Yeah.
It
really
is a
nice.
family reunion. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It's
And
nice.
this is what you've got going. You've got people that are looking forward to this every year now because you've done it 3 years in a row.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right. Now, we kind of went through the Saturday schedule. Maybe we can quickly run through what happened on Sunday, just to make sure we cover that real quick. So does anybody
I already
have a
told you
schedule?
I cried a lot on Sunday. So
That's right.
there's not much left.
I did actually hunt for you, and I wound up finding you, Kevin. Remember, you were in the con suite area.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I just wanted to thank you personally for a lot, a lot of the efforts and things that you put into the con. I didn't have a really personal story as such, but I really felt a need to find you and thank you, and certainly Patrick and Savannah, thank you both, and all the various volunteers who made this happen. It's such a fun experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
there's the Sunday schedule. Hey.
Oh, all right.
At wonderful Skype resolution too.
Yeah.
You can almost
So we-
read the header.
So
So we had the Blade of Marmora panel.
Right.
so Marika and Katerina
Mhm.
started off with the Blade of Marmora detailed
Mhm.
look. And then we had the Voltron trivia contest in the atrium.
Mhm.
And then Eric Stocker's Cosplay Creations, where Patrick was the model. And then Flint Dilly, the games master. And then Rojak Studios, the Voltron video game with Anthony Hahn.
That was awesome. I
Really
wasn't around last year when he presented last year. That was really neat to see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we had the Legend of Vehicle Voltron with Greg and
Woo!
Shannon and myself.
Yeah.
I was looking
that-
forward to that. Since you guys first talked about it, I was looking forward to that.
Oh, that was so fun to do. It was really, really hard to define a good scope for that. How I was trying to deliberately avoid Die Rugger and focus on it from a Voltron perspective.
Right.
Because that's what people are going to probably want to watch first, if either of those shows, Voltron or Die Rugger. That was
Only
a lot of
because
fun to
Die
do.
Rugger is so hard to find if you want to watch it.
Isn't that the truth?
It's really great. though.
Yeah, my favorite slide. This is not my favorite moment at the con, but my favorite slide in that panel was I put together this ridiculous matrix of the drool commanders of the week or of the episode, and I
Yeah.
think it was like 40 plus.
Yeah.
It was just insane, and it wasn't complete. It was nearly complete, but oh my gosh, just digging through all those episodes and finding all the names and the screen caps and all that. It was funny, and I think I just blew through it just a few seconds, but it was fun to put together. So yeah,
I got a kick out of that too.
yeah, and obviously Shannon was a huge contributor there, and Mark, obviously you as well. It was, and Benjamin, as I mentioned earlier, chimed in with his thoughts about the potential difficulties of doing something like that in today's market, where they had 15 characters and they were just the ones flying the Voltron ships, plus all the villains and everything else and all the different designs and how they might accomplish that today. That was really cool to hear.
I'm sorry, that fascinates me because you think of all the characters that were in Legendary Defender,
Mm-hmm.
like all the characters that were in Legendary Defender. Why are they struggling with? I don't.
Well, yeah, they have a model to work from now for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can
I
make
think
it
a
work
lot
a
of
lot
it-
more seamlessly now.
Well, I think a lot of it was the mech designs. In Legendary Defender, as beautiful as the show is, you can see similar to Star Trek, right? I mean, think of the Next Generation era. It's a little less restrained with the newer shows with the CGI, but you know, every Romulan ship in the Next Generation era, for the most part, was the same design. And you know, the birds of prey were recycled, for the Klingons, and the Borg had the cubes and all that. Well, similarly, the Galra ships, they were basically two varieties of the Galra battleships that were done in 3D. All of the Rebel fighters in Legendary Defender had that boxy looking design of Rolo's ship, which is kind of weird when you think all across the universe they all use the same ship. But it's all economy, right? I mean, it's trying to make these things economically. And so in the vehicle Voltron scenario, you've got 15 designs, which if you make the left and right things look pretty much the same, is still 10 distinct mech designs if you narrow it down. And yeah, that alone would be a challenge. And then you've got your row beasts of the week. And I have to think that part of why Legendary Defender used row beasts sparingly is because they're not cheap to design and make and model and rig and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it would be a challenge.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh yeah,
Those are really hard to design.
That's true.
They're in the Bible.
That's
Voltron
the 30th
Bible.
anniversary book. Yes.
Right.
Extreme close up. Whoa!
Whoa!
We got to do that more often.
Yeah.
And was and oh, very nice.
Oh boy.
And so then we had the charity auction, the wrap up of that as well.
Yep.
To
At the
finish
closing
on Sunday.
ceremonies.
And the closing ceremonies, yes.
Cat's Haven was our official charity, and I sent them off a check this week. So I think they're very happy with our donation to help out the kiddies. So
That's great to
And
hear.
and they also sold a bunch of stuff while they were there, and there were several donations of cat food, which was one giant.
yeah.
Who brought the giant, like it was a bigger than me bag of cat food too. That was really cool.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So everything went really well with the auction. We were very pleased, very, very happy about that. So
That's great.
Good.
and we appreciate all the donations. Everybody, you know, a lot of people gave us some really nice things, and they didn't have to. And we're very grateful. So
Yeah, you know, as a fledgling, fairly new convention, we, you know, to survive during this pandemic period has been a real challenge.
Yeah.
No
And
doubt.
this auction is really the only way that that's happened. And it's really helped us out a lot.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So it was a great weekend. My goodness. There were some travel challenges for some folks getting there and going back, but absolutely worth it. My goodness.
Yes.
Great to see
100%
everybody again.
worth it.
Yep.
Always.
Looking
We were-
forward to
we were
next
thrilled.
year.
We were thrilled with the whole experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always nice to end with video killed the radio star.
We keep trying to come up with a new one to end on, and that one just keeps coming back.
Hey.
I'm not even going to try.
Okay, well, I
anyway,
want to thank you guys for joining us once again on Let's Voltron, the official Voltron podcast. You guys are the awesome organizers of VoltCon 2021, 2020, and 2019.
And hopefully 2022 soon.
Yes.
Yep. Fingers crossed.
So for everybody out there actually watching this all the way to the end, we thank you for joining us, and please do look forward to 2022 because there will be more VoltCon coming.
Be sure to visit voltcon.org. We'll have all the details up there as we get them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll be sure to have you on in the future to help, with the latest news and anything we can do to help promote the event.
And follow you guys on social
Listening
media
to
too.
Let's
What are your
Voltron podcast with the greatest Voltron super nerds that exist on the planet.
Where can people follow you guys on social media?
Well, there's VoltCon events on Facebook. That's the one that I update the most. And then, of course, the website, voltcon.org. And Kevin, you run Instagram, correct?
I do, and that is it's under VoltCon 2021, but it'll probably change to VoltCon 2022 soon. So
We will follow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Patrick and Savannah. Love you guys.
We'll see you all next time on
Let's Voltron!
Voltron. Let's
Let's
Voltron, the official Voltron podcast.
You did it better.
I like those old-time robot shows. The Voltron Force are my heroes. So if your mega thrusters are gone, let's meet somewhere we won't feel alone. I'll meet you at VoltCon. See you there, going to VoltCon. Defenders of the fan universe. We'll convene at the garrison. Maybe we'll meet some paladins. Commander Veritech fighters. Or maybe mobile suit Gundams. I'll meet you at VoltCon. See you there, going to VoltCon. I'll meet you at VoltCon. See you there, going to VoltCon. Defenders, I'll meet you at VoltCon. See you there, going to VoltCon. Defenders of the fan universe.
This is Bob. We'll see you next time on Let's Voltron, the official Voltron podcast.
Yes. Mega overachiever. Love it.